are suffering the more, either we like it or not, because the basic things of life is being denied to the people because they don't have education at all. Either by either indirectly or directly,
No,
they
you're
lack
right.
education.
I mean, put it this way,
So
Osita. They have the highest number of out of school children. They have the highest number of the internally displaced persons. And
yeah.
the number goes on and on and on.
So so it's not as if they are enjoying it, but the truth is that it's the political class, the so-called elite, they are the ones that are enjoying what is happening in Nigeria today. So let us be frank and candid with what we are seeing. I keep saying it. There was a time in my life too. At a point in time in my life, if I hear the name Nigeria, I get excited that, oh, people respect us wherever we go. They will say, oh, Nigeria. But the reality, anybody that respects us for being called Nigerian, that person doesn't know what is going on with us, or if that person is making mockery of us. So, as it is right now, it is not a war for Showore. It is not a war for P2B. It is not a war for Dele Farotimi, whoever. It's not a war for Nnamdi Kanu. But this thing is a war for us. All of us will have a role to play. It is not because of we live abroad. If I used to tell people that if you don't really care and you said, oh, the people back home should take care of it, you won't be on this platform. Trust me, my brother.
No.
You see, your platform will not move forward because the reason we are here is because of a particular condition that we are facing. It's because of the rot that Nigeria is facing. Because as it is, if I tell you how many of my friends I have lost, because sometimes they will call me, I won't pick my call because I know it's all about give me. Can I give everybody?
No, you
I won't be
can't.
able to give everybody. It's not possible. So that is something we need to understand, that all of us, all hands must be on deck. All of us will have to sit down and play our individual roles to become collective efforts in order to make sure that something is done.
Osita, that reminds me of what I actually wanted to add earlier to make people understand that you see the difference between this platform and so many others you see online on social media is the fact that we are not just talking about the problems here. We are doing our own little, okay, to see if we can actually make a difference and a change, right? I remember that it was on this platform that I have managed to get my friends there are called the Templars to raise funds to support, children in my own constituency, my own Yoruba land. You remember? Where today, right, we have more than 10 children adopted by people who just came here to listen to Mayegun today. They've adopted children who they are paying their school fees, their welfare. On this platform, we've saved lives of people that they may never be able to even thank us per se. We've operated on people who are almost like lost their lives on this same platform. And people were just here to listen, Abby, but they ended up getting involved in something more human, more bigger than what every other person would say. Is a YouTuber and all of that. Sure, you get it is that we are human in the sense that we are not just talking about the problems or exposing the problems in our own little way collectively. We are actually touching lives of those that would have been something else if not for us. So if somebody comes up to Mayegun's diary political and say, all you do is just talk, that's so insulting. Sometimes that, I probably should begin to sing my praises now and sing the praises of my friends here. That is not just talking about the problems, right? It's not because we are victims of the problems. I am not a victim of Nigeria. Whatever happens in that place, I'm not a victim. But guess what? There are those who come on this platform and they go to bed every night worried about people they don't even know, people they will never meet. Yeah? And their own hard-earned money is going into supporting some of these people out there. Talking about taking it beyond just talking, Baba.
Yeah, this is the reason I'll always, anytime I come online, the first thing I'll always tell you, God bless you for what you are doing.
Amen.
because you've been able to disciple the hearts of men,
Hmm.
to reconcile men to each other, for us to know whatever affects the eyes affects the nose. So find to make sure that another person's happiness will be your happiness, and another person's sorrow, you will have to be a part of that sorrow too.
Hmm.
So when we are looking at it, I just want all of us to understand that we are here. It's not enough that we just say, oh, that we leave them, let them die until they. No, it
No,
doesn't work that way. Because if you say leave them, let them die, you won't have come to this program to come and contribute one or
no,
two
you
things.
won't. No.
You won't. So
Because if
I
it's
know
all
it's
about YouTube, this, Facebook, that social media, this, then you probably, it's
yeah,
either you are new or you are just somebody who is like, who has a real retarded, whatever it is, we'll call it. Lives have
yeah,
been touched, lives have been changed, people have been given hope. And some of them, they are not even on social media. Many of them are not even
yeah.
here.
And let us be frank. Let's be frank and candid with each other. I want people to understand that there's some people who are actually sent to come to this your program in
Mhm.
order to cause a lot of chaos and
I
confusion.
know.
You know, so those people might you we with some of them here even with might even see some of them to be saints to us, but behind that is not their real motive of coming here,
Hmm.
and that's the reason I used to tell amongst ourselves when somebody did not abuse whatever we say here, but you have to learn how to make a constructive argument, even
That's
when
right.
you do not accept what that person is saying.
Mhm.
Because either you like it or not, these same people that we are talking about, they are watching this program. They pay people to watch this program and report back to them how they
How are
are
they
doing in this.
faring? Hmm.
I'm telling you the gospel truth. If they want to know how Nigerians are reacting, they won't go to somebody who is biased. They will go to the page of that one that is not biased. And that one of that few people is you, because you've always stand by the truth. You don't even care what anybody thinks. And the way you analyze it, believe me, you might be against my opinion today. But at the long run, I will now find out that, oh, this is not what you have in mind. You are
Hmm.
just being
Hmm.
put.
Thank you
So
so much,
people need to
Osita.
understand that.
God
Please,
bless you.
we have to really be our brother's keeper as at this
It's
time. If
important.
we know we really want to escape, I won't lie to you.
Hmm.
I will not be in America for so long. I will never be. A time will come now. I will start thinking
You'd
of, oh,
have to
I have.
go back, exactly. But where are we
So
going
if
back
we
to?
can,
To that place they have
yeah.
messed up?
So if we cannot start now to think about that tomorrow, that we might not, there might be no need for us being here anymore.
Hmm.
We won't be able to impact any positive change back home. So it is our fight. It is
It is
not
our fight too.
individual.
God bless you,
It
man. Thank you
is
so
our
much,
fight.
Osita. You
Thank
have
you
a
very
good
much.
evening, okay? As usual.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming close to the end of the program. Even though I know that I have used part of the time we normally have to take in calls and all that, it was because of the nuisance who possibly was here to fight for personalities or for individual out there that they probably, drag me for an extra minute. But listen to this. I will be taking the last call or maybe second to the last call in a minute, right? If you haven't really liked this broadcast, it would be ideal to do so now. Okay. Because after this, that may be us. But if you have already done it, don't do it again. Just once is okay. One is okay. Okay. So thank you so much. And if you haven't really shared this as well, please do share the broadcast as well. The time is almost done. Okay. But let me take this. Hello there.
My king.
The Prince. Prince
My
Adebayo.
king.
That's you, right?
Yes, yes,
Prince
yes, my
Adebayo from
king. Good
Sweden.
evening.
How are you this evening, sir?
I'm good, sir. I insisted on coming on the platform because I wanted to pour out some education to the people so that they understand what is happening in Nigeria.
Please go
You
ahead.
know, you played a video about the gold mining in some parts of Nigeria. In fact, there were gold mining in Ghana and in several other countries.
Legon
You see, Nigeria,
area, studies, especially in the
yeah,
western part
yeah,
of Ghana. I mean, it's
exactly,
really mental.
exactly,
Baba.
exactly. That's why I wanted to come in to educate Nigerians so that they understand what is going on. What we are facing is not just peculiar to us. There are some other countries. In fact, so many other countries are going to face it. And it ties down to what's happening in Libya. Why Libya has not been able to unite and form government, a proper government that, there's so many ungoverned areas. You see, what happened in 1944 after the World War, when United States became the world superpower, majority of, in fact, all other countries were subjected to this. They had an agreement called the Bretton Woods Agreement, where the world reserve was in dollars, So since that time, dollar was the world standard. It left. Gold used to be the world. It used to be the gold standard, but it now went to the dollar standard. The whole world now put their reserves on dollars. Guess what is happening today?
Wow.
There's a recalibration taking place. And this recalibration means that a lot of countries, after they saw what the United States did to Russia, seized their money and everything because of this war. And the United States is fond of using their power in the United Nations to sanction countries. Then a lot of countries started becoming afraid. They started pulling out from the dollar standard. You understand? They now started buying gold. A lot of central banks in the world, they are rushing to buy gold now. And this now brings us to what's happening in countries like Nigeria and Ghana. It is the world that is buying gold. So the mercenaries will do anything to chase out people sitting on gold. People who are in the village in Zamfara who don't know anything. And people who know the worth of what's under their ground are watching. They are watching you from the moon. They know what you have. They only need to make a deal with your governor. They will find any means to remove you to get that gold, because the world's central banks, they are piling up money to pick that gold, because their money, this dollar is crashing with full force. So they need to rush and save their money in gold. That's why countries like Nigeria that are not homogeneous, the government does not care about the people. If it was, say, Nigeria was just one ethnic group, the leader will say, lie, I will never let this
China,
happen.
like the Chinese.
Exactly. But Nigeria is a fertile ground because we are 360 something ethnic groups. And if the gold is in another man's ethnic group, the president doesn't give a hoot. You say enter there. And that is why you see that there's a lot of IDPs in a country that's supposed to be peaceful. Yes. A country that's supposed to be peaceful. The money is there waiting. Just bring the gold. Different countries that are waiting. See these BRICS now. Austria, or is it Australia, just pulled out from United Nations and joined out. There's a country that just pulled out of the United Nations or something like that and joined BRICS. There's a new country that just joined BRICS anyway. I think it's Australia or Austria. These are countries that are trying to
put info on that.
Yes. These are countries trying to save their reserve because the dollar is hit. The United States has reached, in every century or after a couple of centuries, the world powers fall down.
It does.
Yeah, there's a shift. Yes, there's a shift. Saudi Arabia has stopped using the dollar standard. Russia, since
BRICS now, this
war, yes, Russia since this war, they've gone back to rubles. China, the same thing. Everybody's now trading in their local currencies. Dollar is fast falling. The trade in dollar, the trade that used to go on with dollar has slashed to half and is fast falling. Every other country, they don't know what to do. They want to save their, at least gold is the only thing that cannot crash because it is sustainable. It retains its price, even increase in value. Yes. So the world money is piled up, waiting for that gold from Zamfara to save it in their central banks.
Please.
That is why you are seeing what's happening in Nigeria cannot stop. Forget all these things. As long as some governors are selling out their people, they don't care. That's why they are doing this thing. The money cannot enter Federal Reserve of Nigeria. How much are we making from gold?
Nobody.
These people don't care.
Account of it. But the amount of gold they are actually drilling everywhere as well, God knows, man.
Yes. The president is from which ethnic group? The governor is from another ethnic group. The people in charge of this gold are from which country? So nobody loves anybody there.
So we are done for. That's the point.
We are the fertile ground for this kind of thing. And as I'm saying it, if we want to go and take this country back, better prepare the leader, the constitution, and all the positions. Because if you go after destabilizing Nigeria and you don't get it right, they will just enter. They'll just say they are coming to make peace. If they enter here, if they enter Nigeria,
they are not living.
Everywhere there is natural resources will be taken over.
I've been now because they will say for your protection, you need to give us this.
That is why you are seeing prolonged war in some places. It's not because the war cannot be settled. They are prolonging it because they need to take out all the resources in certain areas. They are prolonging it and they are mining. In Congo, there's an everlasting war. Their plane is still removing cobalt and coltan every day. Plane is flying out of Congo every day. So if we want to pass
all this terrorism that is not ending, they are mining wherever they can mine from that place, and they are taking them out.
And there's a ready market. There's a lady that called. She said in those days the corruption was not this much because Nigeria used to fear United Nations. It is actually the other way around. In those days, United Nations actually did its job. Today, United Nations is full of corrupt countries who want to take over other countries' resources. And chief of those countries is United States with their military base everywhere. What are they going to put military base everywhere? If your country is in crisis, you are done for.
Thank you so much.
So, let everybody know.
Right? Thank you so much.
So we can know how to move.
Yes. Another day.
Yeah.
You have a good one. Thank you very much. See, our time is far gone and far spent. We've shared what we think we can share tonight. And if you have learned one or two things from what everyone has said, great. Okay. Just make sure you share this with others that should possibly get to see this too. Yeah, tomorrow is another day, and I will see you again. Until then, take it easy. Stay safe. And good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary political.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfather sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ o làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun Diary na him be number one.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun ma wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi.